Alright guys, so I'm going to do a quick video on the changes that have happened to the SUR RON throughout the years, and contrary to popular belief, there has been like quite a few little changes. Now if you're from the UK or Australia or something, these dates are not going to add up for you. I would say that your distributor probably got like most of the stuff I'm talking about, except for the specific 2020 mods, probably like 6 months before the US distributor did, all the way across the board. But there were some, upgrades that happened specifically for the 2020 models, and that would be for the US mid-April delivery onward. So there are a few like really new differences to this, and I'll go over those in the video. First of all, there's been a lot of changes. There was a lot of things done to it between 2018 and 2019. There were a lot of things that showed up at the end of 2019 after the Christmas model one, and then there were some that showed up probably around the beginning of 2020, but not officially on the 2020 models, which again were mid-April on. And some of the ones from 2018 to 2019, they added this little window here. I guess you could see how much brake fluid you have in there. I don't know. Maybe upgraded the master cylinder a little bit. Also in the US, they changed the brake caliper color from the really OG ones from black to silver. Pretty much got rid of the non-X models. The color scheme, this was pretty much introduced in the US probably I would say the early 2020 models, right after the Christmas models. There were also some other little things like these cutouts here, and there's some over here. Let's see, they're green that the really OG ones did not have. This, a few other things. They also changed the front rotor. I've seen this consistently changed. The original one actually had a different front rotor in the front, and this was the one that they had in the rear. Now the front and rear rotors are exactly the same. Also, I can't find any definitive proof of this, but I'm pretty sure this was upgraded. If you look at these are sintered metallic brake pads, and they're gold in color. The original ones I've seen, and they were actually black, and the fibers inside did not look very metallic. Definitely different looking than these, so I think these were actually upgraded, unless they just changed the color. Same with all the hubs. This one, there's a hub right in here in the middle, and the front one, they're all swords. I don't know if SUR RON was outsourcing these and just putting their names on it or what, but the OG ones actually did say SUR RON on them, and now they all say sword. So that's definitely something that's different about that. Okay, and I almost forgot, these SUR RON emblems and stuff were definitely not on the OG ones. And there's some super high density foam that's wrapped in an aluminum foil type stuff right here at the bottom, that I know wasn't on there. I know I saw someone take off one of these and it did not have that, and they put 2 of those in there to prevent this bash guard from bashing in. So there's that. Okay, so onto the more recent things. So these are things that you would not have gotten unless you got yours after the Christmas model. So basically 2020, I think maybe February shipping on, actually came with the rear stubby fender, this front fender, and the chain protector. Also, they did a little thing in here where they changed the strap. It used to just say SUR RON straight across this, which is kind of neat, I guess. And basically this whole setup is pretty universal now, which started after the Christmas model. Now if you order this, you're pretty much going to get this with the DNM. I was seeing a lot of kilo shocks, but that's pretty much consistently been all DNM since then. Also, these used to be black on the really old ones for the US market, and they changed them to gray. And then there were the mods that came in, I would say, only on the 2020 ones. So mid-April on again, and that would be the seat for one. I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually thicker than the original one, and these angles are much less right here, especially this one right here. The other one had a really sharp angle going straight down. This one doesn't, and you can see that the seat is completely different, the seat cover. The other one had stitching all the way down here. This one is just a single, you know, it looks a little cheaper, but I'm pretty sure this is a lot more comfortable than the original one, so that's pretty good. Also, the key, they upgraded the ignition to make it way less able to pick, I guess. The other ones before 2020 had like a regular style key. This one actually has a style key, like a box key from like a early 2000s, late 90s, like luxury car you'd find on like a Lexus or a Volvo or something. And if you see here, there's a box key. On the old ones, they had kind of just like a regular little key here. So I mean, you could put like, you could pick it or get like a jiggler key, put it in, jiggle it, and then you could probably start it. With this one, that kind of eliminates that because the pins are on the side and they also go up and down, so you can't jiggle it side to side, you can't jiggle it up and down. So it really eliminates the picking for that too. And also this top is a lot different. And then the piece de resistance, the biggest change for 2020 is this throttle right here. As you see, it says SUR RON, completely different shaped. This is actually an E throttle. This is not a cable driven throttle like every other one. Even the ones that were shipped in 2020, the beginning of 2020, did not have this. They still had the original cable one. They went down to a spring loaded cable thing in here and created all kinds of problems. People were always having problems with this. So this E cable, this is not a cable in here, this is just a wire, is a huge upgrade in my opinion. And it's not like one of those janky ones that you pull and it kind of stays. It actually has a spring loaded, just like a regular, you know, it feels really smooth, really nice. You know, I actually really like that, and that's a really cool thing. So again, for the 2020 only models, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the seat, the key, and the throttle. Okay, if you got yours right before the 2020 models in 2020, you're also getting the fenders, front and rear, and the chain protector, and this color scheme. Okay, and then all the other little things that kind of happened here and there throughout the years, really small things. Honestly, I think the biggest change is this throttle, which again happened only for the 2020 ones after April. So I'm pretty glad I waited, and that's all I could find so far. So yeah, that's it.